Hi, my name is TJ Muehlman. I'm one of the co-founders of We&Co.
Hi, I'm Jared Malin, and I am also co-founder of We&Co.
We&Co is the LinkedIn for service professionals. So servers, bartenders, hosts, chefs, folks that work in restaurant and hospitality aren't on LinkedIn, and there's over 10 million of them in the United States alone. And We&Co provides a platform for them to represent themselves professionally, get recognized for the work that they do, and then we let restaurants access our database to hire folks, which is a much better solution than Craigslist or CareerBuilder, what they're currently using. Well, I'd like to first say, at least with startups, and I think this is true of any business, if you don't adopt and embrace a culture of it's okay to fail, then that's terrible. So everybody listening out there, it's okay to fail. You should fail all the time, because if you don't ever fail, then you're not trying hard enough. That's my sort of mantra. So We&Co has failed all the time. And that's normal, and we're cool with that. The key is you have to learn from your failures. You have to understand that you sold to the wrong customer. We've learned that some customers are not ideal customers for us. We've learned that there's geography at play. We've learned that there's average covers in the restaurant industry. That comes to play. We've learned to ask questions about turnover and how are their service staff doing before we sign them up as a customer. At the beginning, we would just sign up anybody, and I would actually encourage people, sign up customers and learn that, hey, some customers are better than others. So yeah, We&Co fails all the time. We're just very good about experimenting and quickly iterating around those failures.
Yeah, and as a startup building something new, it's failure, failure, failure. Oh, here's something, and that grows our company a little bit, and then it's failure, 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 until we find that next thing that grows our company a little bit more. So getting into this for the first time, you're going to fail a lot, but it's through those failures you find the successes, and those successes can make a business.
And I would also say that the first year, especially in the startup world, the first year is the hardest year, because you're not used to failing that much. You know, if all of us have failed at one point in our lives, and some of us have failed all the time in our lives, if you look at my college transcripts, but you get used to it in the startup world. But the first year's tough, and Jared and I know that morale can get really low and it can get really tough. But you just have to keep moving and keep going, and by the second year, you kind of get used to it. And we've had some fairly big investment deals fall through in the last few months, and we're sort of, hey, it happens. A year ago it devastated us, and now we're just like moving on to the next one, and you just have to be that way.
The expectation is failure in a lot of ways, but then when those successes do happen, that's when you can really celebrate, and you only need a few successes to make it work.